Flying fish. Flying fish live in warm ocean waters across the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans, especially in tropical and subtropical regions. They spend most of their lives near the surface, where danger is constant. To escape predators, they build up incredible speed underwater, beating their tails rapidly before launching themselves into the air. Once airborne, their large pectoral fins spread wide like wings, and some species even use their tail to tap the water's surface to gain extra distance. They do not flap like birds. Instead, they glide smoothly, sometimes staying in the air for up to 45 seconds and traveling several hundred feet. This sudden shift from water to air confuses predators and gives them a vital head start. Sailors have observed flying fish for centuries, often seeing them land on boat decks at night. In the open ocean, where hiding places are rare, this brief glide above the waves has become one of nature's most remarkable survival strategies. Flying squid. Flying squid are found mostly in the Pacific Ocean, particularly near Japan and other parts of East Asia. Unlike fish, they rely on jet propulsion. By forcefully pushing water out through a specialized funnel, they shoot forward at high speed. When escaping danger, they aim upward and burst out of the water entirely. In the air, they spread their fins and extend their tentacles, forming a temporary gliding shape. Some have been recorded traveling nearly 100 feet above the water's surface. Their time in the air is short, but it is enough to break away from fast-swimming predators below. Fishermen have reported schools of squid appearing to fly across the sea at night, glimmering under boat lights. Though they return quickly to the ocean, those few seconds in the air can be the difference between life and death. Colugo. Colugos live in the rainforests of Southeast Asia, including Malaysia, Indonesia, and the Philippines. They are sometimes called flying lemurs, though they are not lemurs at all. What sets them apart is the large membrane of skin that stretches from their neck to the tips of their fingers, toes, and tail. This membrane, called a patagium, forms one of the most complete gliding surfaces of any mammal. When a colugo leaps from a tall tree, it spreads this membrane wide and glides gracefully through the forest canopy. Some glides can cover distances of over 300 feet. They move mostly at night, feeding on leaves, flowers, and fruit. Because they rarely come down to the ground, gliding allows them to travel efficiently while avoiding predators like snakes and large birds. Their quiet, controlled descent through the trees makes them one of the most skilled gliders in the animal world. Flying squirrel. Flying squirrels are found in forests across North America, Europe, and Asia. Despite their name, they do not truly fly. They glide using a thin flap of skin that stretches between their front and back legs. When they leap from a tree, they extend their limbs outward, turning their bodies into a living glider. Their long, flat tail helps them steer and balance as they move through the air. Most flying squirrels are active at night, and their large eyes help them see in low light. A single glide can cover more than 150 feet, allowing them to travel between trees without touching the ground. This is important because the forest floor is filled with predators. By staying high in the canopy and moving silently through the air, flying squirrels conserve energy, gather food more efficiently, and remain hidden from many threats below. Draco Lizard. Draco lizards live in the tropical forests of Southeast Asia, especially in countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. They are small, lightweight reptiles that spend most of their lives in trees. What makes them unique are their elongated ribs, which can extend outward to support wide flaps of skin along their sides. When the lizard leaps from a branch, these ribs spread open, turning the body into a natural glider. The structure folds neatly back against the body when not in use, allowing the lizard to move normally along tree trunks. A single glide can carry it across gaps of more than 30 feet. This ability keeps it safely in the canopy, where it feeds on ants and other small insects, avoiding many ground-based predators. Paradise tree snake. Paradise tree snakes are found in South and Southeast Asia, living in forests and wooded areas. Unlike other gliding animals, they have no membranes or wing-like structures. Instead, they change the shape of their own bodies. When preparing to glide, the snake spreads its ribs outward and flattens its body into a concave shape. It then launches itself from a branch and moves in a gentle, side-to-side motion through the air. This movement creates lift and allows it to steer as it descends. The glide may not last long, but it is controlled and precise. By moving through the air, the snake can travel between trees quickly and escape threats without needing to climb down first. Wallace's flying frog. Wallace's flying frog lives in the rainforest of Malaysia and Indonesia. It is a bright green tree frog that spends most of its time high above the forest floor. Its large webbed feet and loose skin flaps along its sides give it the ability to glide. When it jumps from a tall branch, it spreads its limbs wide, using the webbing like small parachutes to slow its fall and guide its direction. This controlled descent allows it to land safely on lower branches or vegetation. The frog breeds in water that collects in tree holes or small forest pools, so staying in the canopy is essential. Gliding helps it move efficiently between feeding and breeding spots while reducing the risk of injury or attack. Flying gecko. Flying geckos are native to Southeast Asia and are masters of camouflage. Their flattened bodies and mottled skin help them blend into tree bark. Along the sides of their bodies, legs, and tails are flaps of skin that can spread outward during a leap. When they jump, these flaps catch the air and slow their descent, allowing them to glide short distances from tree to tree. Even their toes are webbed, adding extra surface area for control. Though their glide is not long, it is enough to escape danger or reposition quickly in the canopy. Combined with their natural camouflage, this ability gives them a quiet and effective way to survive in dense forest habitats.